Still can't walk. Where's Tom?
Tom.
Where is this kid? There's like 30 seconds. Yo.
30 seconds, guys. Come on.
Walk with the shoelaces. Just walk. I pretty much know where all this shit is. This, like, my first collection I made entirely off of fabric from this place. And what's crazy though is the people who work here, like if you buy something from here and you show it to them, they'll be like, all right, cool, I'll be back in 5 minutes. And they know exactly where it is. I mean, I just wanted to show you how fucking big this place is. I'm Reese Cooper. I'm a designer slash creative director slash other things. I'm from Atlanta, and then I moved to London when I was about 10. And that's really like where I got into everything that I'm doing now. My journey to Paris wasn't really traditional. It started with the New York show. This is the dye house. This is where we do everything. All the denim stuff, like stone washing, everything's done here by hand. Like, there's no glamorous, easy side of this. I'm self-funded and don't have parents in fashion. It's all like, if you want to do this, you're really in it. I'm just picking up almost every, I think mine is 2 colors. Every women's sample, t-shirt, hoodie, sweatshirt, and then some other random pieces.
It's all for New York?
Yeah. I'm gonna be at the office till like 10 tonight. This is gonna suck. New York Fashion Week in September was essentially while I was doing the CFDA Vogue Fashion Fund, one of the more influential judges not demanded, but was like, I look forward to seeing your presentation in September. I was like, my presentation in September? And she's like, yeah, your presentation in September, see you there. And I was like, ah, okay. My initial thoughts going into it was like, what the fuck did I sign up for? All right, let's see what Charlie thinks of these.
This one is trash for some reason. It's not the same color. So you only get one. It's not even close.
No, not at all. Charlie and I met, I want to say in 2013.
I am a production manager and technical designer, and I actually own the factory itself. So where we sample everything, produce everything, that's what I do for Reese.
As much as he does on the production and sampling and design side, his most valuable thing for me is the fact that he knows me so well. He's like a best friend who understands what I'm trying to say. So I can not have the exact words to explain something to him. It'll take me an hour with 3,000 sentences, and he'll be able to condense that into 4 words. And I'm like, fuck, that's it. Yeah, you get it. Someone who understands how my brain works is the only way this shit can happen right now. Right now, we are separating what we just picked up from the dye house.
These are all women's?
Mm-hmm. Like, how long have we been preparing for this collection?
This collection?
Yeah.
Less than 4 weeks.
Less than 4 weeks.
I mean, we sat there and did the technical design of it literally in a day.
Once he came up with the ideas, we went straight to ordering fabrics, getting everything set up.
New York Fashion Week is big. It's the first women's presentation that we've done. It's gonna act as the stepping stone for Paris. We gotta make sure it's perfect. I wouldn't say doing runway in Paris was a goal when I first started the brand, because it was I just didn't even have the scope to look that far. But once I started getting the hang of it, it has been the goal for 2 or 3 years. I think applications closed in November, and then you only find out if you get it or not a month before.
Wait, what are the graphics?
4. Yeah, there's no method to it.
Sometimes it just looks shitty, and sometimes it looks okay. So then everything gets bagged, and then it gets sent to the printer. Everything's on a really tight timeline. We have till Friday to finish, or it will not be in the show.
All right. Cool. That looks good. Looks like something. It almost looks like clothes.
Almost, right?
Living in London while I was trying to figure out if I wanted to do this was a whole lot of missing school, trying to intern, a lot of fights with mom. Just like, I don't know, it takes a huge toll to sit there and be like, no, I actually want to go and do this shit right now, while no one else around you is thinking like that. Because we're all like 16 and like playing FIFA. It's like, yo, this is not what I want to be doing.
Dude, I've been with Reese since we were running around downtown LA trying to find a place where they sell blank t-shirts and trying to talk him down for the price to get to like $1. Dude, to see him like now have his own office and a place where he has creative freedom, it's pretty crazy.
He had initially especially for his age, just an attention to story. I think that is something that people really connect to. So as opposed to saying the end point is wearing a jacket, the end point is like the visual story told through a lookbook. It's what does the lookbook look like, and what is the feel you get when you flip through it in like 10 seconds? Like, did that hit you with something? Did that make you feel something, or like understand more of the story itself?
It's like 5:45. We leave at what, 8:30? We still need to pack and just kind of prepare. I'm going straight to a meeting from the airport in the morning. I'll be fine. I can wake up just before things like that. I'll sleep the whole flight. Actually, no. I just got an email about something I completely neglected, so I need to do that on the flight. We also have a leather jacket to sew, I just remembered. I don't even think that's cut yet. It's crazy, because, like, you watch these documentaries of other people, and you're like, there's no way you're actually doing all this stuff in the last minute. I don't think there's a way to avoid it, that we've figured out, at least. New York for Fashion Week, a few days out from the show, just at the Havas office, just beginning the prep work. This is the first time I've seen this space since we've been here. It looks good, though. It's bigger than I remember. Castings going on upstairs.
The basic idea was that we were doing a Water's Edge High School kind of hangout area.
Charlie's still in LA. We're like 5 hours left to sew the last couple pieces.
We're building a kiosk. We have picnic tables coming in, and the models are kind of dispersed throughout the space.
I'm just bouncing around between like 30 group chats right now, trying to make everything happen. Honestly, surprisingly smooth for the first time doing this. I think we have an advantage of having never done this before, because we're just doing it the simplest way possible. And we got the team shirts in today. But.
So I think it's gonna be interesting to see people's reaction, be like, it looks like Reese Cooper, like it looks like the men's stuff, but it has this different silhouette feel, and it's really pushing the boundaries of like what we feel comfortable doing.
He's just a really good storyteller, and he kind of puts those thoughts into his brand before he even like designs the clothes. So you're not just getting clothing, you're getting a lot more than that.
I don't even know what time it is. Putting up the first of the 2 signs. I mean, this looks really good.
Everything seems to be going really well. The models look great, everybody looks great, good turnout.
I don't see a lot of young brands having stories with their clothes. They just make clothes to make clothes, and Reese really wants to give you like a full aspect.
So it's really exciting to see the growth and to see someone so young, so focused.
I think he's going to be exposed to so much. He has so much potential, so it's exciting.
I think it went well. There were a lot of people. I'm stoked on it. It's gonna take like a day or two to process like who I even talked to. I think we start planning what we're doing in Paris like I think the first meeting for that's tomorrow. No break at all. Still waiting to see if we get on the schedule for Paris, but, you know, hopefully we'll know soon. Hey, do you want me to give you the patches?
You can put them on, yeah.
Let me grab them so I don't forget, because I'll forget if I don't do it right this second.
New York was a learning experience. Everything that happened on those days leading up to it and the day itself was just, okay, cool, let's apply this to what we're doing in Paris and let's not do this in Paris. It was essentially just a very good opportunity to work out the kinks for like the overall goal, which is the men's show in Paris.
So the theme of this one, like the collection's called If a Tree Falls, and just playing off the metaphor, like, I mean, the amount of work that we're doing with this stuff, we still don't really know if anyone cares. And but this is the one where we're like putting all our effort into it just to see what would happen, like what's gonna happen here. It's a fucking nightmare trying to put it all together, but that's the fun part. Or it won't be, who knows?
We found out that we weren't on the show schedule for Paris. I think it's like a weird game they play to see like how you face rejection. Like, can you still do it without our help? And it's like, how willing to be a part of this organization in Paris are you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure people's perception of like having a fashion brand and being a designer is super like glamorous, but it's no, it's super hard.
Doing a runway show during Paris Fashion Week is everything. It's the biggest platform and stage a designer can be on. This is what I wanted to do since as long as I can remember. So it's like, if we're gonna say no now, like, you're not even gonna try? Fuck it, we're gonna do it anyways. It's just how we get there is up to us. For the uninformed, putting a show together in Paris without help, I was the uninformed. We figure out a day that is the least busy, find a venue, design a space to the venue, host castings, host fittings, all the while making a collection that you think can actually like benefit from this. It's really a sink or swim situation.
We like went out and picked leaves in the LA forest and then kind of like layered them all together so that they make this camouflage, but it looks kind of like that. So like a wood camo. And then we got this fabric custom printed in South Korea. We're making these vests out of them. We're doing these cashmere blend coats with like these 3/4 linings. This is 100% silk. And then it has a drop shoulder with the vest. And then it'll get a print on the back. This is waxed cotton, so it'll like crease and age over time. And then this is Napa leather.
The venue we have is in Palais de Tokyo. It's like this huge room, but it has a staircase in the middle, like right here. And so it's basically gonna be walking like around that, I think is the idea. The significance of Palais de Tokyo, it's like where like everyone has shown there. It's like a very iconic sort of landmark in like Fashion Week culture. And so doing it there, even though it wasn't calendar, doing it there made it real. It's like the way we're doing everything is basically like treating it like theater. So all the people who are coming to the show might not even know what they're looking at unless they're standing from very specific vantage points. Anyone looking at this feels like you just stumbled on to a movie set that you weren't really supposed to be on.
Just that overall kind of trying to elevate everything. So before we would see something and be like, that's cool. And now it's like we're looking at it and being like, okay, but like how could it be better? Because they see we're actually serious about it. The way I go about designing isn't really traditional. I never had any formal training, so there's no reason the lead up to Paris would be any different. It's at least gonna be entertaining to watch.
It's Thursday. We're obviously in Paris. It's a little different than the Eagle Rock office. Jet lag has me up since like 4:30 every morning, which I'm not mad about at all, because I can actually get all the shit I need to done without sleeping in. Charlie and Alberto get here tomorrow. Charlie's bringing clothes. Alberto's gonna walk the show. We're doing castings right now for, I guess, a few more hours, probably till like 11 or so. And then tomorrow, it's like 16 showroom appointments, fittings, castings. Tomorrow is like the final day. I'm excited to be doing it. It's like the energy throughout the city is nice. Like every time I run into someone, they're like, oh, I can't wait for Saturday. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Same, but like, I wish it was next Saturday.
People are doing their job.
Yeah, that's good. Everyone came at the same time. You look great. What happened? Alberto looks amazing.
It looks so sick.
I'm not using those. Let's just put them on the floor.
We'll just move around.
Yeah, so let's just start it from this side. Let's do Nicholas next and just start with 2 bangers. If we want to keep it like how the music goes like into the little ambient space, I think that could be a nice gap to fill with the suiting.
There needs to be 3 looks between him and him. Just a heads up. Okay. If this is 30 and then this is 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. I'm off now. 14, 15.
Like, could we just maybe put one person in between? That would be that's the only thing that's standing out right now to me. Yeah,
Plus that spaces the pants out even more.
yeah,
How you like that?
that looks much better.
I think it's solid.
I actually like exactly how it is.
Everyone fits surprisingly well. It doesn't seem, I mean, I'm sure everyone's only showing me their good side, but it seems pretty fine. Load-in should happen around 5 a.m. and then build probably will start around 7, and then just go over like the content plan with the photographers, do a couple of tests with the music and the sound and everything. This is like the first time where I've really been able to fully like understand how I want it to all look and feel. It took like 4 seasons of like not experimenting, but just trying things and building the voice. And now I feel this is the first time that we're like actually know what we're trying to say. Even though we're not even on the schedule, let's do the show, do the presentation out here, make noise, because like now we have something to say.
What we did first is we laid down all the protective stuff for the floor. This is a very nice place that we're in, Palo de Tokyo, and we want to keep it nice. And then we laid dirt on top of all of that. And so what you have now is like this trail being made. The kind of concept is that we're on a set within a set, and essentially everyone's going to be standing on the inside while the models do their walk. Photographers are going to be right here shooting them against backdrops. So it essentially makes it look like they're in the forest, but we're inside Palo de Tokyo. And the idea is that while we're shooting this lookbook, everyone is here kind of like seeing it happen. So you're kind of walking onto like a lookbook shoot, whereas it's also a runway show.
We need to have models being dressed at 3 and like ready to go at 3:30.
Definitely better than just clean. Lucas, I need a sound check. Lucas, who's doing the music though? What? Who's doing the music during the show?
See those guys looking around pointing at the speakers?
Yeah. I want it louder.
Okay, so you go till the wood, okay? So when you go out, till the wood, and it's a right, 2 square, okay? Everybody, sorry in the back, hey, you got it? Okay, cool. We'll do it again. Let's go.
Timing is perfect now.
Yeah.
Let's
You ready?
yeah. How are we with crowds?
Like, literally everywhere you walk, it's like covered. Like it's full.
How much longer can we hold it?
It's a presentation, so I feel bad holding it because
Who can't walk?
one of the guys just got sick.
Poncho guy.
What happened?
Yeah, he's throwing up in the bathroom.
Can we trade him out?
Give it to Emerson. No, I have a kid for it. Stop. Trey, do not walk the clothes into that room. You're finding Tom Emerson. You're not finding.
We're gonna exchange the clothes.
Is that the poncho?
Someone is gonna go and pick that.
Graham's already going to the bathroom to get it.
Is he walking?
Yeah, you're walking. Get dressed.
Yeah, sorry, we need to get dressed now.
Wait, who?
He's gonna do it.
Who is?
It's fine.
Oh, he's doing it? Get it from Tom. He's already changing.
Tom, don't change.
Or is he?
Happened so much. He's there.
He's already dressed again?
He's just eating a mandarin and then he's gonna vote.
Ready to run.
Is he dressed?
Yeah, he's gonna put it on right before.
Is he fine?
Yeah.
He's like,
You're sure he's fine?
Don't blow chunks.
I asked, he said it's short.
Right.
Hey, Jay.
Okay, Reese, as soon as he's dressed, we have to start. We're getting in the way. You ready? Okay, we're ready.
Crowd's ready?
Yep.
Everybody online, please. Remember the square angle for the picture. We need to switch this.
Where's Tom?
Tom, fast.
Where is this kid? Tom Emerson, blue kid, blue.
What?
No. Yo.
Fast.
Come on, guys.
Get out of the way.
Pants.
Come with me. No, come with me. Shoes off.
Fast, bro.
Some place, please. No.
Faster, bro. Okay, so we're good.
30 seconds, guys, come on. He's next.
Come on, guys. Come on.
Go, walk with the shoelaces, just walk.
Fix your right shoe.
Shoot, just fix it. Stop.
Come on. It's okay.
Ready for the finale, please. Get ready for the finale. Everybody online. Let's go. Come on. Let's go.
My brother, you did it. Congrats, man. That was fun.
That was so good. Wow, I didn't expect that.
This is Mike. How are you? This is my mom. Hey, Mom, how are you?
So well.
Proud of
I haven't even hugged him.
Yeah.
I'm so proud.
I'm trying to figure out how to explain it. What stuck out most is that people actually came. I always go into things that I do thinking like, if I post it, no one's gonna see it. If I do something, no one's gonna be there. And it's always a pleasant surprise. Like, I try not to go in with terrible expectations, but when people were actually there and liked what we did, I was like freaking out.
When did we start? Shit, like 4 or 5 months ago? Yeah, it feels like 2 years and 2 days at the same time. Everything that like was like a little bump in the road was just like a learning experience. And I'm stoked to do the next one because now I have like that much more information, but then I'll learn so much that time too.
The story, I don't really think the story does change after Paris. We just do Paris again, and again, and again, and again, and again. I think it's summed up best. I saw someone who's like a pretty high up person in the industry at a show the next day, and she's like, so I came to the show yesterday and I was super happy to get the invite, but like, what the fuck? Like, I had no idea that's what it was gonna be. Like, you really did this. And I was like, whoa. Like, yeah, I think we did.
What's wrong with that? Why didn't you tell me?
We should actually talk about Paris, get some good content.
I'd rather do that when we have food.
I don't want to be eating on camera. That'll look shitty.
I only eat on camera. I only eat on camera. It's so good. I love the places we work. Everyone's a fucking nut. But they think that about us, so.